Wow. Got to start off with a big WOW. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. It's 11:22 in the morning, and it's a big wow. If I could type it on here, I would. I probably could, but I don't know how. But anyway, wow. What a beautiful, beautiful day. You ever have it in your head where everything just plans out and you know what you want to do all through the day and you just, but you got an idea. Something might change it. But you got something to do, is what I'm trying to say. And something changes, that's okay too. But wow. Well, I got to turn this down. Yeah. I just I just don't know how to explain. Yesterday, this morning, 'cause I woke up at 4 and took my pee pill and had a interesting breakfast. I don't know. Uh, Ate a half a 15 ounces of cottage cheese. So what's that? About 7.5 ounces of Borden. Got to give a yell out to Borden because Borden rocks. When it comes to cottage cheese, I ain't found nothing better than Borden's cottage cheese. And I've tried Daisy and I've tried some other kinds, and I just saying Borden's is ruling the cottage cheese business. But anyway, then I had a couple of them little snack pack puddings, tapioca. They've been in the refrigerator quite a while, so I thought I'd eat them. And then I made 2 pieces of toast. This butter toast. Oh, I was feeling like I had enough. Thank you, Jesus. Praise the Lord, type of thing. I was around 6. I was up to. I didn't even do that yet. I can't. I gotta wait till I get my pen. But 784. So I'm up 3 from yesterday. But I did make it to Walmart. It wasn't 5 miles. It was 4 miles, 3 point something. And but by the time you count the parking lot and everything, it's probably 4 miles. But I was a little depressed at Walmart. They didn't have the. I wanted to get a speedometer for my bike, and I wanted to get a. They did have an interesting light set. I might get that eventually. Eventually, I might get that. If I get this other stimulus money, I think I might. It's LD, LCD, whatever you call them, and it's looks like you plug it into your phone type thing. It's got that kind of attachment. So maybe there's a battery pack or something you can buy But it's got a nice little stoplight. The reason I didn't buy it, I kind of need 2 of them so I can hook up some lights on my trailer. And I want to get a drill. I got to get a couple things before I'm ready to mess with the trailer. So that's probably why I didn't buy it. But wow. Got ice cube trays. I haven't had any because I haven't been able to find them in the dollar stores. And I only have room for one of them in the freezer. But that's enough for me. And it was good to have. I opened up a RC, one of them 99 2-liter bottles that I like to buy. Oh, it was good. It's always cold, but when you put it on ice, it's a different reality, It's just nice. Then ice water, water's always cold, but when you put it on ice, it's just a little bit colder. I don't know how to explain it, but it was good. I like the ice cubes. And I kind of been missing them ice cubes. At the Nord Center, I was using quite a bit of ice because they have it right in the door. You just pop it, and I was liking it. But wow. I keep saying wow, but that's how I feel. I just feel like wow. I did a couple things you probably shouldn't do on the Sabbath, but my bathtub is a mess. And I've been putting it off till I find a brush that I like the looks of so I can get in there and scrub it good. Sure enough, I found it at Walmart. So I bought it. Instead of doing it yesterday, I didn't. I guess I had so many other things going on. I didn't think about the bathtub. But I opened it up this morning and I said, "Wow, I didn't feel like getting into it. Now that I know I can clean it, so I did. I give it a good scrubbing, and I know it's the Sabbath, but it needed cleaning. It's always so nice now. I love it. And that brush didn't fool around. That's when you got something in your head and you know there's a tool for it, you just don't feel like doing it halfway. I don't know how to explain it, but I did get yesterday. I bought three ring binders, like the half-inch ones I got, but these were an inch, and the same style, not the same company, but the same, made the same way. And I got into Debbie. I've been putting her off. I started to do her the other night, but I didn't. And I finally got into. She had a tear in my eye more than once, in both eyes. We used to just, I don't know how to explain Debbie, but she popped up in my life in '98, and because we had lost touch, and she was in touch with my wife, but as far as me, she hadn't had any contact. Because when I went back to prison, I think she kind of just figured I was a lost cause, going back to prison again. And so anyway, I didn't read all her letters, but I would read the beginnings and sometimes the end and all the things she used to do. Because she was like, I always said, back in the 70s, she had tests. And we were both geniuses. We both were. This is before all the drugs and everything. And so I know we would have made interesting baby if we would have had a baby. Because I would have the good eggs, or not the eggs, the sperm. I said eggs. Well, I am all messed up. I'm just so wow, But so '98, I thought I don't know what I thought, but it didn't work. And but she would copy cause I used to write pretty long letters to her, and she used to like that. So she would copy them and then turn it over and write on the back the answers to my questions. And I forgot how she used to do that. And because money was never, I think back to the 70s when she used to write me, and I never give money in stamps and paper or thought, because she somehow always made it happen that I had it. Because I don't know how to explain it. But the same thing happened in '98. I read on one of them. She wrote a letter to the mailroom, and she told him that, hey, put this $200 on Reiner's or Frederick Reiner's. No, she just said Fred Reiner's account. And she was real polite about it, but she put it to their attention that there's $200 in the letter, And little things. She would do stuff that she would get things done no matter what. That's the way she is. I don't know. I ain't got nothing confirmed that she's dead, but I believe she would have contacted me by now if she's alive. Because she was way overweight, and the heart can only take that for so many years. And her whole life, she was a big girl. She was. That's what I used to love about her. She was a plain Jane, but she liked it. She liked herself. She had. You hear about poor self-esteem. She was none of that, because she had high self-esteem. She really did. Oh man. So anyway, I got all. I was a little discouraged. I couldn't find one of them paper cutters that I wanted. They didn't have that neat, and I couldn't get the bulletin board that I wanted, and that depressed me because I did want to get that paper cutter to cut the where you pull it out of a spiral book, and I still want to cut them on hers because it's kind of hard to turn the pages, but they're in there, and they were pretty well in order. Apparently I had them in order, but it was a pretty good stack of letters. I got her and Helen picture. I found it. But I was so depressed yesterday in Walmart. I didn't even make any pictures. I didn't make any pictures. I didn't like how they turned out the pictures I took of my for my photo album, so I didn't like that, and I wasn't going to get them for a picture frame. So I just put it off. But oh yeah, and I forgot the vacuum. I was supposed to take that apart and see if I could find a number on that. The BJ. I was supposed to do that, and I got out there, and that made me mad. Oh man, because I remember organizing for this trip and trying to make sure, but I completely forgot the vacuum cleaner bags. So anyway, today I want to go. Oh, I'm ahead of time. I want to go to Figner's, and hopefully they're going to have the walnuts over there. Oh, I could have looked in Walmart yesterday, but I made up my mind about Walmart. It's let's call it 4 miles by the time you do the parking lot, because they said your destination is here, and I had still quite a ways to go to get to the parking spot or finding a parking spot. But I'm going to make that trip a little more often. I don't want to put a lot of weight back, but I do want to go to the food store out there, and I need, not buy milk and the heavy bottled stuff, but the stuff, bulky stuff that's light, and because they got a nice store there. It's really, really nice store. So I think I want to do some of my shopping at Walmart. And I might have to back away from Best Choice for a minute, because Walmart's, I don't know what their name brand is, or their used to call it generic, whatever their generic name is. But I really do like Walmart. But they let me down on a couple things. But it must not meant to be. I do want a bulletin board. And I was looking in Amazon because I was going to buy something they got. But I'm a little scared to buy it, what they say, if it ain't what I want, because it's all colored up, and it might be what it is, but there ain't nobody to ask questions at Amazon, to double check. Because I made a mistake on the pipe tobacco, and I ended up with something that I really don't want. I don't know if I'm going to drink it. I ain't tried it yet. But even if I drink it, I got a whole lot to drink, and I'm planning on giving OBG half the bag, or whatever's in the bag. I think it was a pound of that stuff, and that's a lot. So I was in there last night looking for pipe tobacco. There's a smoke shop in Lorraine, and then the one on the way to the drug mart. If it wasn't Sunday, I would run down there. And tomorrow, I think it's going to be bad weather. Tomorrow and Tuesday, so I can't do it tomorrow. But I do want to get some pipe tobacco. Oh well, I only want to make this a short one so I can leave it on pause today, because I'm going to make a interesting. I think this is going to be an interesting day. I just feel so good. I even though I nicked myself shaving, I did. I got blood coming out of one over here. Yeah, somewhere in there. Not much, just a little. But that's the first time I nicked myself in a long time. Maybe the razor is getting dull. They say that's what happens. I just keep using it because, I didn't buy razors because I think I got 6 in there, and if they last as long as because I bought that in July, the 12 of them. So, Oh well. But Walmart is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I got to make that a doable trip more than I have been. I was thinking it was well there for a while. I didn't think I could do 5 miles or end up being 10 miles. But when I did the 22, I know I can. It would be nice if you could. If they had a. I think there is some kind of restaurant out there though where I can sit down for a minute. But I couldn't sit down, and that was a little. Didn't add to the feeling of I wanted to sit down and rest my legs a little bit. But I think I know how to get there now. And I was right in that vicinity when I went to Amherst. I was right there. I made a turn there, and I didn't see the Walmart sign, and you can't really see it from Tower. You got to go through, which would I believe is Levitt. I think that's Levitt there. So it was good. But I got a few pictures. Picture frames are incredible. You can stand them up, hang them up, both ways on the stand. The way they made the little thing that come out, you can put them on the side or you can stand them up. Really good made, and they are glass. I knew the box was heavy, so they are good picture frames. I'm really sad because I could have saved money at Walmart. They had quite a few pictures out, picture frames, but they didn't have the quality of what I got, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, but I didn't stop nowhere. I just pedaled out and pedaled back. I didn't eat nothing or nothing. But wow. Then when I came back, I kind of parked in, but I had they had the big round post and my lock wouldn't fit around it. So I found one where it would, and I thought it was a handicap spot. So I kind of wiggled around so a car could pull in next to me or behind, I didn't take up the whole spot. I just took up a little bit of both parking. When I came out and looked at it, I was for the police. So I was in the police parking lot. That was crazy. But it was a big crowd there. It was a crowd. And I bought this. It was like I think $1.87. So they probably get $2 out of you with tax. But it's amazing. It got the little memory on it, and it's going to be good for in here. That's all I want it for. So I don't have to. If I'm on the phone, everybody knows what I'm talking about. But it's really good. It does have an off button on it, on button. Then I was playing with it. It works really good. It's made in China, but it's pen gear. They have paper. They have all kinds of stuff. So it's a big. They do a lot of stuff for school. So it was all good. Wow. But I do want to go to the store. And I got an interesting thing going on with the critters. Yesterday I was out there. I don't know. I took some garbage out. Trash, garbage, whatever you want to call it. And at the gray cat, there's two of them. There's two gray cats, and they got different markings. You can tell them apart. But I want to call them She's. I just want them to be She's. She was by my front door on the sidewalk looking at me. So I called her Kitty. And so I got this real strong desire to feed her, So I went in and I didn't even mess with taking my time and put the spoon around the milk. I was just going to bring the milk out separate. But she didn't know. And I don't think she likes the food because she eats drinks the milk, but she don't mess with the food. She must got that mouses and stuff. She probably wants wild stuff. But she does like milk. But the birds eat up the food in the morning. It's gone. But she didn't eat it all through the night. But I threw out 4 pieces of bread last night instead of 3. Sometimes I throw out 5. I give them critters quite a bit of food. But that's always gone. I was down to my last bagel and I said, no, I'm not giving them my bagel. Because I only ate 1, so I only be eating 2 out of 5. And I give them 3 out of 5. That's quite a bit. But I don't know. I don't have a pet, and I could have had a dog the other night. She was going to give it to me, a little 9-week-old pup, cute little bugger. Looked like a miniature Doberman. Beautiful markings, but I thought it through, and I just can't. She said, "Oh, don't worry about it." She said she had the one dog for like 5 years and it's never had shots or anything, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Because I remember when I got Buck, the lady told the lady at the pound that the Buck had all shots. I remember her saying that. So the only thing the pound would have did to Buck, if they would have got him, was fix him. I still say if you go to Belmont County, you're going to see a lot of bucks still. To this day, I bet you there's still a lot of bucks. Border Collie mixes. There's a whole lot of them. But he had beautiful markings. But he never cost me nothing except when I run over him, and that wasn't his fault. But he was a good dog. I wouldn't mind having that little dog she was wanting me to have. You know, she was really pushing it on me too. Cutest little bugger. It probably would be fun to have a little pup. But I just couldn't. I'm thinking about, different things I want to do, and I don't mind the critters, the outside critters. That's all I want to mess with now. I just feeding them, and I don't have to. I don't know. I just ain't. It's like having somebody live with me. I don't want somebody living with me. Oh, my mice come back. I got 2 mice for sure, too. I don't know. They won't eat in front of me, but boy, as soon as I turn my back, they love them cheese puffs, cheese curls, whatever they are. I give them. I don't put them up like I used to do. I put them down the floor now, and I put them where they come running around there. But yeah, it's all good. It's all beautiful. I don't think I made a video yesterday. I had I got because I've been planning that trip for quite a while. That Walmart trip. It was supposed to be a big deal, but then I didn't even say what happened, but it depressed me. And then everything in there, they didn't have the big things I wanted, like that paper cutter and the bulletin board. They had the white chalk or the white erasable ink. I don't want one of them. I wouldn't mind having one, but I don't need one of them. I just want the kind you can stick the pins in or the thumbtacks in. And I couldn't find tobacco. So it was kind of I only ended up spending like an hour and a half in there. That's all I stayed. But I did get some of the little. I did buy some English daisies. They didn't have wildflowers, so I couldn't get them. But I'm going to put them along the front. I'm going to probably do that today, along the front, because it's a good day. May 2nd is a good number. And that'd be 3 and 3, No, that ain't right. It's, that'll be a 10. Let me see. This is the 5th month. But that's 2. Then 3, yeah, it'd be a 10. It'd be a number one day. But I think I'm gonna 'Cause I ain't cut the bag or the little package open. But I do want to get some flowers growing. But they say because of the weather and everything, it's all right that you didn't get anything started yet. Because they're saying the stores don't have all their plants ready yet. So I'm still on time. But wow, yeah, I do want to get going. Go to because Figler's closed at 2, so I want to spend at least an hour in there. And I do hope they have the walnuts. So I'm going to buy a bunch of them. Because neither store had them, the Family Dollar. And I forgot to look yesterday. 'Cause I didn't really go into the foods part of the Walmart yesterday. And, so it's all good. But I bought a Always Save peanut butter. 4 pounds jar. I couldn't believe how much that is in there. It's a big jar. And that peanut butter is good. And it's considerably cheaper than Best Choice and the other name brands. Considerable. I had quite a bit of that yesterday before I left. But anyway, it's all good. Huh, somebody said a driver shortage. Oh, truck drivers, yeah. I hinted on this where I had the stick shift and I wanted to get something I could drive where I have my feet up. Drive, I could probably, but I got too much on my mind to drive a truck, I wouldn't be as good a driver as I used to be. Because I just, I don't know. I don't, I do love to drive truck though, but you got to be really on point. You got to have your act together. I got too much. The bike keeps me alert. I don't phase out on the bike because you got to kind of pay attention on the bike. But I still, even on the bike, I get to look at stuff. I weave out into traffic a little bit. Did that on Tower yesterday. That's 2 lanes going this way and another 2 lanes and a divider in between. That's a nice road because the cars got enough room to, you're not crowded with cars coming up on you close. But there's a lot of rush spots there. It's kind of hard on the trailer hitting it because I can miss it with the bike, but then the trailer hits it. And if I hit it with the bike, I would rather blow a tire on the trailer than I blow a tire on the bike. But it's all right. They do have quite a bit going on with bikes, bike trails and bike lanes, and there's quite a bit going on there. Okay, beautiful people. Let me see. Oh, I made a mistake. I said, I think I put that. I was writing OBG Gmail this morning, and I said 45. No, this is going to be, no, it is going to be 45 because I didn't do one yesterday, so it will be 45. Okay. 45A. Yep. And, well, it's all good. I love y'all. Let me see if I can get this right. And yeah, Monday's not going to be good, so that's why I'm kind of going to spend an hour on my yard on the Sabbath. But I don't want it to get any higher than it is. Okay, I love y'all. Just got back and I decided I was going to I was going to call Mike, but then I decided I was going to send him a message, and I think I'm going to put it on here. I started, then I realized I should have the camera running. Let me try this again. I just turned on the camera, so this will be 45A. And I did a few changes. No more cussing with the P word. No more smoking on camera. And, I don't know. I got them pint-sized protesters in my mind. Them 5 and 6-year-olds down there in Columbus. They're happening all over the country now, though. So I want to be able to be good and not be cussing and vulgar and all them words. But anyway, I gotta find out the name of Carolyn's dad. I just want to know what his name is, because I was at Walmart yesterday and I was trying to find a speedometer, and I almost bought a set of lights, but I wanted to buy 2 of them so I could have rig up a turn signal so it's get them on the trailer. So I decided I was going to wait a little while so I can get a few more things together before I tackle that. But it looked pretty nice there. What do you call them? New age light bulbs, and they got some kind of a deal that you can. It looks like what you plug your phone into to charge. So I was thinking about it, and anyway, I put it off till I can get everything together. But had a real nice trip to the store. Beautiful out there. I know it's the Sabbath, but bad weather's coming in. My yard is crying to be mowed because this is just the right height for the lawnmower. And if the rain's coming and it grows more, then it's a little bit too high. So I'm thinking about mowing it. I ain't messing with the back, just in the front and the side. Looks pretty good though. But anyway, how you doing, Mike? Are you getting, it's this Thursday that you go in? I forgot. But I do hope you're enjoying this beautiful day we're having. And it's beautiful where you're at. I think it is, because it's supposed to be all over the Ohio right now. Tomorrow's when it's going to get rainy. But life is good. And you're kind of like my... I don't know. You're kind of like my friend. I just love you. Love you. I just do. And it's all good. But anyway, I ain't going to make this too long. I'm going to get back on my video, and got a few things to do today. I started out with a wow. That's how I felt this morning. With a big wow. And I think I got 2 wows there now. It's just a beautiful thing. And I do hope you're having a beautiful day. Anytime you want to talk, Mike, I'm here. I love you. Okay. Sorry about that. But I guess that I don't know. I couldn't find no walnuts. I didn't go into the dollar store, but they didn't have none the other day. And but I did find me that little funnels I was looking for. 3 of them for $1, just the sizes I wanted. And a guy in a 2017 Mustang roared by me and sounded really good. Really, I could get into that. I used to could get into that. So I told him he had looking good. I told him when he locked up his car, because he pulled in the lot. And then I seen him that's how I know it's a 2017, because I asked him what year it was. He was a big white guy, bald head, young. I don't know, he one of them Aryan brothers, or if it belongs to him or not. I don't know. He looked like he could. So he said he worked hard for it. It is a nice car though. Mustang. Yeah, it was nice. But I got thinking, I can remember when I got on parole in 71, and I seen everybody having nice cars, and I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no license or nothing, and it used to really would bother me. But now it's not. It's not. I don't. I'm just happy to see somebody else having fun with it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's nice to see somebody having fun, getting on the gas pedal a little bit, chirping the tires. It's all good. I'm. I don't know. I would like to dress my bike up a little more, like I would like a speedometer on it and some lights. I really want to get turn signals hooked up on the trailer. And, I just want to rig up some kind of stuff. I have to look around. I wired up my, when I had the first handyman wagon, when I bought the Little Wizard and built the trailer, I put stop lights on it and turn signals. And they were full-grown ones, like would fit on a regular trailer. These, what I'm talking about, is going to be small. But I might not mess with the turn signals. I might just get it so I have lights on it. Just a light, 2 lights. I might not fool around with all the other stuff, because I don't know what with this new age electronics. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just it ain't like it used to be. We used toggle switches and stuff, but it's a little different now. But anyway, it's all nice. I went by the church just for one reason. I like the road. I think it's Lexington. There's a couple blocks of it that's really, you go on the other side of the road and it's really smooth. I like to ride on that. And they didn't have, they was probably having their fellowship in the basement, but I didn't even see Zane's car there. And so, I don't know. They kind of hurt me. But I'm really looking forward to coming weeks when I'm going to take my CB, but I'm calling the Chromebook CB, and go out to the park. And I really like what I'm seeing on the news. They were talking about people getting in groups of 12 to 20 and just fellowshipping with each other and having a little snack, and more and more people are like that right now. They're not going to church. They're not getting into all that hell's fire and everything. And I like that. And I get my, I'm not sure if I'm going to dress like I'm right now. I would like to pick up a red shirt that's got pockets in it and just wear my black shorts. I kind of like them shorts. And I might start going out there more like on Saturday too. Because I feel like I have something to say. And even though some of my early videos are vulgar, there ain't no other word for it, but they had to be, I think. Because it's, I guess I want it known that I am just what I was on the video. That's me. There's no other way of putting it. I was being me. And like I was looking yesterday, I was having a hard time finding the the video where Spatney and YouTube, when I called the prison up on YouTube. I had forgot that I did that. I was only thinking I had Spatney, but I had I had the whole conversation, the whole phone call from the time I made it. Went through it's all on 37A, but I'm vulgar in that video because it's a 3-hour video, and yeah, I don't know, because I do have the point size protesters. I haven't heard much from them this week. I know they buried that girl, and I haven't heard, but then I haven't been in here as much as I am sometimes. But that's something positive about that. Something positive. Starting young. It's really positive. And education is the key. You gotta be educated. And I like it. I like it a lot. Back in the 60s, when Malcolm X was teaching and doing a lot of talking, the black nationalists was teaching their babies. I forget how many schools they had, but it was a negative thing. You know, what they were doing, they were saying that the blue eyes was the devil, and they was teaching their babies that right from day one, as soon as they could talk, and before. And there was quite a few schools. And see, I did 8 months with the man that killed Malcolm X. I say he saved my life, and he did. If it wasn't for him, they would have just killed me in New York. And it was 6/6/74 that it got ugly for me. And there was a lot going on in the 60s. This is in 60, well, I forget what year Malcolm went to Mecca, made his pilgrimage. But when he made his pilgrimage, he seen that he was wrong, that he couldn't just condemn the whole blue-eyed race, you know. And that's what got him killed when he came back, and he basically did a 180, and he could no longer talk. Because once you see the truth, you can't lie. You know, you just can't talk. If you're lying, you can't talk. Liars has got to read off paper. They got to do, you know, they just can't talk from the heart. They just can't sit there and talk from the heart. And that's what Malcolm was doing in the beginning. He was a fantastic talker. Now, I get a little mixed up on the name, because I just know him. I can't even swear to God which name he is. I was Latik and Arkim. Now, I think Latik was the Muslim that they put in with me in Comstock when they built the petition up, and they had to have 2 people in there because they couldn't put me in solitary confinement. They had to have, when they built the petition, they had to have 2 cells back there. So one night they brought in a young Muslim kid. I didn't see him at that night. I was sleeping when they brought him in. But they beat him up pretty bad. I think he was 19. And, oh, man. I had the typewriter by then. And I had paper. And this guy could spell. He was smart. And we wrote a lot because I had money. My dad made sure I had money. So I could afford to send letters to everybody. Receipt, that's where you have to sign for the letter. And I everything I sent like that. So you had to pay quite a bit to do that. But like I said, I had the money to do it. And man, we wrote. It ended up being a 7-page letter. Now, on my typewriter, I've talked about this typewriter. It was a Royal, big office Royal. I don't think they made them any bigger than that. My dad went to the place where they, a typewriter place, when he found out I could, because I had wrote a writ, show cause why I can't have a typewriter. Back in 73 and 74, the Attica riots, people was paying attention to prison. And and the courts, what you put in the courts. So, and I was taking the complete advantage of that. That show cause, I forget, it was a federal writ. I always want to say 1083, but I can't. It's been so long. But I was writing them up for everything. I had them wearing aprons and gloves, the fetus and everything. Oh, they hated me with a passion. And then I would refuse to go to court, so they'd have to come in and physically carry me into court. It was, I did it all in that Comstock, which is Great Meadows, and it's still there. That's the equivalent of Lucasville in Ohio. And because when I was in Coxsackie, I always say I broke all the records for fights. I had more fights than anybody, and I had more time in the hole. Because the hole was like, this is when the hole was a hole. They took your clothes, all you had on was a pair of shorts, and at night they give you a few state blankets sewed together, like a little mat, and that's what you slept on. They took that away, I don't know if it was 6 or 8 o'clock, I think it was 6. They took that away from you. So there was no bed to lay in, and there wasn't nothing to do but walk around that sucker and look out the window. Watch the clouds change shapes. I did all that. That was at Coxsackie. Now that's still going. Well, it was, according to Law and Order, they still talk about Coxsackie. But anybody could Google it and find out if they're there at Coxsackie. It's a little south. I pulled in there when I was driving truck. A little south of Albany. And Great Meadows is a little northeast of Albany, on Lake George, I think it is. I might be wrong. It might be Lake Champlain. I can't remember. But I'm not even sure why it was called Comstock, unless it was a town there. I never figured it out. But it started on July 4th of 73. Everybody was celebrating the 4th of July. And a few of us got together and, what the hell y'all celebrating about, we tipped over some tables. I was the only white guy. All the other guys surrendered, I ended up going, we didn't call it a hole back then, we called it a box, because they did squeeze you. And it was a funny shaped place. We called it the box. You went to the box. That was July 4th of 73. And like I say, I was the only white guy. And I had met a weatherman. I don't remember his last name. All I remember is his first name, and he was an English teacher, and he did a lot of odds and end jobs in his life. And he was in his 40s. I don't know if y'all ever heard of the weathermen, but they, one of their biggest, I was going to say accomplishments, but one of their infamous things they bombed the World Bank. This is before the Twin Towers and all that. This was the bank that was financing Vietnam and financing a lot of things that wasn't. Some say it was good, some say it was bad. It depends what side of the fence you was on. But they had it planned out in really great detail. No one was supposed to get hurt, but somebody, a worker, a janitor, forgot his lunchbox and went back in, and he wasn't supposed to be there. That was they had it all planned that nobody would get, no human being would get hurt, but he went in to get his lunchbox, and he got killed. I don't know how much damage they did to the building. I think it was quite a bit. That's probably why they had to build a new one. But I forget how many years ago it is now, but there was a woman, part of the weathermen, And she had changed her name and got remarried, or married, I should say. I don't know if she remarried or just got married, and had kids and was doing living in this society as a normal housewife, mother, and wife, the whole bit. I forget how long ago this was, but she was arrested. It was on the news. It was a big thing. But the weathermen, I don't even know how they got their name. But anyway, this dude from the weathermen, all I remember him is Robin. That's all I knew him by. But he took a liking to me. Really smart. Like I said, he was an English teacher. And he got me a book called Forbidden Knowledge. He got me reading what we called underground newspapers. The Great Speckled Bird, the Liberated News Service. Oh, there was several of them. I shouldn't say several, but there was at least 4. One out of Atlanta, one out of Los Angeles, one out of New York. Did I say Atlanta? But anyway, he would, because again, I had money. I could buy stuff. And plus, I used to make wine, and I didn't drink, so it was all profit. And they sold everything in the commissary, and they had yeast at the bakery there because they made their own bread there. And I could make some good wine. And I used to put wheat germ in the tomato, and I could have it done in like a little over 3 days. And so I was rolling in, money because my dad sent me money, and I just had it. I was like, it wasn't a thing. It was there. So anyway, he got me. He used to talk to me and tell me stuff, and I think he's the one that original put the writ in my head and I couldn't write very good back then. I was better than I was in 70, but 73 I was still kind of practicing. And I forget where he was on the 4th. I don't know if he was on a visit, or he probably was on a visit. If he was somewhere that he wasn't in the yard house, he would have been part of that. I can't say it was a riot, but it was a disturbance. More than a disturbance, it was pretty serious. And so this is back to Latique. We wrote a letter. This typewriter, I sidetracked the typewriter. The typewriter, because they made it so I couldn't get paper. I forget how they did it, but they did something so I couldn't get paper. So I wrote a 16-sheet with a carbon copy. I made a carbon copy of it on toilet paper to Nixon, to the White House. I forget where I used to get all the addresses, but I would get I don't know how I did that, but I had the addresses to all the assemblymen, senators, governors. I had all the addresses, and if somebody asked me, I couldn't say how I did it, but I had it. But anyway, I sent a letter, again, signature request. I forget how it's worded, but they'd still use that. So somebody named Love signed for it, and you could always get their paperwork back. That's how I knew it was. And I had this, it looked like a scroll. I had it on a pencil, and you could unravel it. It was a real polite letter to Nixon. And, even though I didn't know much as I know about him now, I didn't know then. But I still like Nixon. I don't know. Something about taping conversations and keeping records of everything. I kind of liked old Tricky Dick. There's something about him. And if you follow his career, he started out with Checkers in 52. Now I'm partial to 52. And to this day, I say he one of the better presidents we had. I like Tricky Dick. I don't know why. Richard Milhone, wasn't it, Nixon? I wonder what's become of his kids and grandkids and all that. maybe they'll see this eventually. That's what in my mind, I feel that everything that I'm doing since I started this crazy venture with Bo Hattie's idea of getting on YouTube, which I was scared of at the time I heard it, because it took me like a month or two to finally start, finally start to get to this point. Love you, Bo Hattie. The cops was here the other day, and a pretty tall dude had his head shaved. And I said, "You Bo Hattie?" Because my neighbor was doing something to his girlfriend, and I guess she called the cops on him. And a whole bunch of them came, even brought the canine unit eventually. And the sergeant from my venture with the other day, I created I got asked, she still ain't talking to me about, I wanted to meet her dad, who's a captain at the at the Lorraine Police Department. Come to find out, there's a cop, he's retired, but he's still able to get dressed up in his tactical gear and come down here and raise hell if he wants to, which he did not too long ago, getting somebody out of here. This is before I got here, but I was talking to my neighbor and he was telling me about it. And then there's a lounge down here, a cigar lounge. The cop owns that too, a retired cop. And they own a lot of properties. They own a whole lot of properties. Being a cop, you know where to go when the sales come up, so you can pick up property cheap. If get the bid in there, and you can do stuff. That's why cops make out pretty good. A good cop. I didn't know. I didn't know a cop owned this though. I kind of like it. I do. I like it. So anyway, the Sarge came, the one that I had met. I want to say the 21st. I have to look back on the paperwork or the videos because it was a pretty because that was the day I didn't feel like riding my bike down to the Grove Center, which is, I think it's like over 4 miles, and because you had to fast, so I didn't feel like going down there on an empty stomach. And plus the weather wasn't all that nice. So I called up. So they get me a ride. And the darn ride takes me, I want to say half mile, quarter of a mile from my house to Broadway. And I thought it was a mistake, but there's a center, Lorraine Health and Dentistry. It's got a big office over here. I have been there. That's where I met the black Miss Jordan, or Dr. Jordan, the dentist. Oh, she's a sweetheart. She's the dentist. And that's when my first couple of days out, I was there. And I just loved her. She was so beautiful. And, a woman dentist, wow, that was the first for me. And I got a weakness for ladies of color. I just do. It goes all the way back to Diana Ross in the mid-'60s. When she first came on the scene, I was loving her ever since, And not only that, there's a couple other reasons. But I do have a weakness for ladies of color. But anyway, it was so close to my house, I couldn't see calling them for a ride. So I don't like to walk, but I wasn't going to call them, so I walked. So I don't like to walk. So I see a cop sitting out in the church parking lot, just a little ways from my house. I know a lot of people hot rodding around here, and I thought the spotlight was the radar gun, is what I thought it was, but it was a spotlight on his door. So I just went up to him, and I had it on. But when I got out, Ashley, I guess she did a little bit more than she would do for everybody else. But she did, she had me a nice collection of clothes. I haven't really bought any clothes except for the shorts that Ed bought me. And she had me nice stuff, And then she told me her dad, 2 of the shirts was her dad's. So this one is a brown shirt, and I used it all winter. I used it today. I wear that shirt because it's got nice pockets. The sleeves roll up here and stay there. They don't come undid. It's a nice. I've watched that show. I say 100 times, but it's probably more than that. But and then I got Ashley on my phone. I showed her many a times. When you turn on my phone, she's my screensaver. There she is. Now, nobody wants to be associated with me, like on YouTube, and come sit here by me. They just come. Or see, they had a rule. You had to wait 6 months, and the first week or two, Ashley was letting me call her, and she even called me. But then her husband reminded her that there's a 6 month rule. So that turned it into January 9th, that before we could, but OBG would let me know if, I could get word to her. But see, I don't know. I don't think OBG broke the law because she is a social worker, even though she's not working as a social worker. She's a second in command of mental health. And she kind of helped me through a lot of, I could call out there and, because I don't know how to explain it, but she was like she did a little more than any of the other ones did. And I don't know if she broke the law, but what kind of law is it anyway when you think about it? You're just getting out of prison after 28 years and you don't know nobody. I didn't know nobody in this town. This was a complete strange town to me. I can say I've never even been in it. Never been to Lorraine. But I did stir up a hornet's nest with that cop, though. Because when I told him that I had his shirt on, then I told him Ashley's on my phone. So he did get a hold of the captain then, and so sure enough, the captain emailed Ashley, and I get a serious phone call, and I even heard the F word because she was mad, and still is. She's got me on silent mode right now, and but it's interesting. I met her somewhere in 18. Beautiful woman. I say she's the most beautiful woman in my world. I really do. And she was working at the camp, but for some reason she came in the other, what is called Grafton, the GCI, and came into the dining room, and she had on this white coat, and she looked incredible, because she's well endowed, she ain't lacking for nothing. And oh man, she had on this white coat with a fur, had a furry collar on it. Then she got the bleached blonde hair, and then a couple tattoos on her neck, because her name is Burger. So anyway, it was love at first sight. Passion, love. And I did something. I waved her over, and I'll be damned if she didn't come over. And in prison you and plus there's cameras. There's a lot of cameras in Grafton, and so I'm feeling. You couldn't really feel no better than I was feeling. I was the prettiest woman in the whole world at my table. I don't know how long she stayed there, but I bet you it was 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes at least. I bet you. Ain't no way of proving it because the cameras would be erased by now. I don't believe they keep the camera rolling. They couldn't afford to do that. So I ask you who this is. But so we go back to 18, and I was going to mental health on Fridays. Spatney, he didn't want me popping up. Okay, I like to go over there because OBG's there and Bo Hattie's there, and Karen used to be there, so I used to like to, and I would like to go over there, just pop in there, because they had a walk-in policy, but they banned me from it. But give me mental health Fridays is what I ended up calling it. So I would get to see my, she became my therapist. My birthday of 19. Before that, I would just get to see her around 3 o'clock, and, she'd come in. So anyway, then Burger popped into the picture. So I came up with 3 Bs, Barry, Bo Hattie, and Burger. And they got, because I was making a big fuss about it, and I used to write a blog. And I got them all here. And plus, it's in my phone, what I don't have. I'm not my phone, my prison tablet. And it's, I'm so scared to send it to Texas like you're supposed to, because I'm afraid they going to erase it, just turn it on. I don't care about it, using it for anything. I just want it turned on so I can, I keep procrastinating. I'm kind of anxious to see my coordinator, because he's the one who wanted me to buy a new laptop, because he said my Asus is junk, and he couldn't get it to download on it. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do it on this or not. I'm hoping he can. But I got to get a hold of JPay and find out if they can guarantee me that they keep my letters and my pictures and my music, and because I got tons of letters in there from 16, and I can't believe how much is in there. So anyway, Ashley could, she was the secretary of Gillese, the deputy warden, but she could pretty much do what she wanted, in Friday afternoons. So she'd come over, and I was the happiest, 3 beautiful women in the office, and, and they were my goddesses, that's what, because I did come up with, for example, like Ashley is goddess, student, Ashley, Jordan, Burger. And, I used it, I had it in my tablet, it's even in my phone, it pops up like that, pops up capital letters, and and then Bo Hattie was goddess, therapist, Lori, Marie, Bo Hattie, and then letters would pop up. So that's how I have it in my blogs, and so I had quite a few goddesses and stuff. That I like. One of the CEOs is named Parks, and she wouldn't tell me her first name, so I just call her GP, Goddess Parks, and every now and then I call out there for Teepus, Stephanie Teepus, so she's GST, and I just I think I did it on. I'm pretty sure. Now got me wanting to check and see if I did, but I'm pretty sure she's on YouTube. Pretty sure I did have her on YouTube. I'm almost certain. I am. I'm pretty sure I did. I got to check that. But one day, I'm always wanting her to come down there. So there'd be 4 women, and OBG said, bet me $20, saying she wouldn't come, So it's getting after 3, and she didn't show. About between 10 and a quarter after, I look up, and there she is, and she's a lady of color, and she is just so. Oh, I think she's awesome. She wears glasses. I love glasses, and she's just got a beautiful complexion. She's not real black, and she's not real light. She's right in the perfect chocolate color. She's just perfect, and I left out a rebel yell, because, she came, and she's a Steelers fan, and Spatney's a Browns fan, and them two always have a lot, because Tipa, she's got her office, she wears all kinds of Steelers stuff, and it was amazing. So it was like maybe 10 to 15 minutes of her being there. So here I am, I got my 4 goddesses, and that's like a third of my God. Ain't that? Yeah, 4 times 3 is 12. So, I'm in heaven. I'm always doing this, taking pictures, and get them all together so I can take a picture, And, yeah, it was pretty awesome. So I call her up. I might call her like once a month. Now she's promoted to a unit manager, so she's not a case manager no more. And I'm really proud of her for that, That's big time there, because she was a CO. So now that puts her on the level of a captain, being unit manager. She could be a captain, whatever. Pretty good, pretty big time. But let's see. Oh, back to Ashley though. So this sergeant came the other day when all the cops got here. Oh, just a couple days ago. Yeah, day before yesterday, I think, Friday. And I said, "You sure stirred up a hornet's nest." He said something. No, you did. And then I asked him about it. He said he's going to look at the YouTube when he gets some days off. So he hasn't looked at it. That's what he's saying. But I'm not sure. Well, anyway, Ashley's. Left a message on her work phone, and I had the TV on pretty loud in the bedroom, and now you could hear me, but it wasn't picking up the sound. It was picking up distortion, cracks, and it was terrible sounding. So she might not even listen to that message. But I was thinking last night, there ain't no reason I couldn't call like now and just get the answer machine. I have to try that and see. Because I had left messages for that number, and this really hurt my feelings because I've been leaving messages for OBG on that number, and she ain't getting them. I got like a whole lot of messages. I get one to talk, and I can't put it on here, and I put it on messages. I got them. They're all on my phone, all the messages, But I could put them on here and she could listen to them on here, but I ain't going to do that. Because I do have to be careful with family, and friends. There's certain things you just can't put out. But now the whole stigma of me didn't end in January 9th. Like Spatney, he don't want to be known associating with me. You don't want to be known. It's all secret. And see, he's got the ambitions. He's a lot like Ashley because he's a rat. Dragons and monkeys get along. And he's I used to call him the golden boy. And he's better a lot of things, but I wouldn't want to be surprised if he wants to be president. You know what I mean? That's just how he is. But I got a lot of love for him. Because he's like, he's a 72, so he's 20 years between us, and and he is a rat, and I like monkeys, rats, and dragons. But anyway, I think my yard's calling me. I know it's the Sabbath, but I do want to mow the yard. Because it's going to rain, and it's going to grow more. And I got that push mower, and that don't like tall grass. And I don't know. I'm just so blessed. I ended up spending $44 at the store. And I bought some of that Sunny D. That's pretty good stuff. They had it marked down. And bought some canned vegetables. I bought some pork and beans. And my cupboards are so full, I'm afraid they're going to fall down. There's so much weight in there. But it's all good. It's all good. Oh, yeah, I bought me some more. I only bought 2 more because I got one in there. Them little old-fashioned pies, they call them. I bought 3 bowls the other day. I should show you these bowls. They were really nice. And you can put a whole can in them. And cereal is incredible to eat out of cereal from it. And them pies fit right in the bottom. So I can put ice cream on them, or I can whipped cream. Because I just opened up a can of the Ready Whip. Put it in there, and oh, it's good. Put it in the microwave for a minute, or 30 seconds, I mean. But they got cherry, apple, peach, something else. I got lemon. I don't like lemon enough to buy it. But anyway. Oh, they had a ginger ale marked down to $1.09, and I'll buy it for that. It was Canada Dry, and I like it. Now that I got ice cubes, I like it more. And I got more. I keep buying that vegetable. I get the big 2-quart bottle, and best choice for that vegetable. I can't really tell the difference between V8 and that. I can't tell the difference between it. I love it. I do. I just love it. So my refrigerator's kind of full. I don't know. I think I got pizza on my mind because I bought some more pepperoni. I'm bad with the pepperoni. I won't leave it in there. I get eating it. I kind of love to eat it. Just eat it. But I like to put it on the extra cheese on the Tony pizza, frozen pizza. Put extra cheese on there, and then put a whole layer with pepperoni. The other night I did that and got full. So I told you about this. I put half a pizza. I ate everything off the pizza, so it was just crust. And I put it out. I threw it out in my driveway. Them critters made it go. It was going away. And I got 2 gray cats. The one was looking at me yesterday, so I put the food out early and some milk. And I'm going to tame them down because they're on my porch. They come up on my porch. Beautiful cats. I just love them. But I could have had a dog Friday, little baby pup, 9 weeks old. But I ain't ready for a pup. I'd be all right with my critters, my little wild critters. But the birds were on the porch this morning because that cat don't seem to like the cat food. Drinks the milk, but don't mess with the. I don't know if I should try another kind or what. But them birds sure like it. I'm worried about them pooping, but so far they ain't pooped. So they're not being disrespectful to my porch. But anyway, I'm feeling pretty. I got sidetracked. I was talking about prison and Malcolm X and the box, Latik and Arkeem. So I'm pretty sure it was Arkeem was the man that killed Malcolm X, and he was I was in cell 2 and he's in cell 3, but they had another door behind your door. You had the bars in the front, and then in the back you had a door where they would give you an hour rec every day, like a tiger cage, they called it in Vietnam, just a fresh air. So, boy, I got scared when they put me in there the first night. I thought I was ready to die that night. I wasn't going to go in there. Then I seen the light turn on the other door. I went in there. But each day, it got to the point where I wouldn't go because you got to shower 3 times a week. What they would do is get me in the shower and turn it on cold, and then they seen that I would just splash the soap off me. A little cold. I'm a country boy. A little cold ain't nothing. So then they'd put it on hot. I mean, really hot. So it got to the point I refused to come out or something, and they'd beat me up. So I didn't know. It was like February to June. I didn't have a shower. And, I was clean as anybody in there because I had a wash basin. We had a wash basin, and they had a register in there, so I'd have my water. And I kept myself clean. In fact, I washed twice a day. And I kept my sheets clean. And so they used to come to my cell and whisper in the back of my door and make it look like I was a snitch because I was the only white guy there. And the Muslims hated me because I had blue eyes. Remember, Malcolm got killed because he came back and changed up that the blue eyes ain't. You can't kill all the blue eyes. But that's why he got killed. So I'm the blue-eyed, and blood. They called him Blood. I forget. He got shot like 9 times. Had blood in his eye. They say he could suck. Oh, I almost said something. But that's funny. They said he could do himself. But he knew me in Comstock, and he didn't have nothing bad to say about me. So because I had quite a reputation, and I had a lot of names. From Jesus to Manson to Crazy. I had a lot of names, and so anyway, it was interesting because if it wasn't for Patty Stanko, I would have never survived that. I would have never survived it because she was my only outlet. It was all in the letter, living for her letter and getting my letter to her. But they were going crazy with flies. Everybody was, they could make it. So they was coming to my cell. So what I did, I made an imaginary line, and I would take jelly and different things from the food they give us and put it in the corner. And I sat there with a newspaper, rolled up piece of paper. If they came across that line, I'd swat them. I had them. I say I had them trained because I didn't have no problem with flies. I got to watching them. They didn't live too long. And I got to watching them flying in. I can't say the word, but I watched it. It was, and I really got into all this crazy stuff, because I was in there, and I didn't have no mosquitoes bother me or nothing, and everybody's going crazy, with yeah, but it got ugly on the 6th. Never forget that. I can't tell the story because there's some cussing involved, and the N words involved, and I could probably tell the story, but not today. I couldn't tell that story because it is an interesting story how he did save my life. Boy, I took the whooping of my life in that day. I'm serious. Busted my ribs, knocked out teeth. I took a whooping. It was one heck of a day. Yeah, June 6th of 74. 74. He got me out of that cell. But anyway, they didn't call it the extraction team back then. It was the goon squad. That's what they were, the goon squad. Wow. But I do want to, see, I ain't cut the break. Yeah, I'm okay. I don't want to go out and, I got my clothes in the washer too. I'm doing everything on the Sabbath. That ain't right, is it? But you do kind of have to wash your clothes, and today was the 3rd day, so it pops up on a Sunday every now and then. But it's all good. I put the bibs in with everything this time. I don't think they run. Well, I let them bibs. But I kind of ain't wearing them on Sunday. How about another pair? Cut them off. I'm tempted to. Make a pair of shorts. That would look good. Guess I sew the legs back. I used to do that with, I said that before. I had a green sweatsuit. I got a picture of that. It looked pretty good. Tipa says I look good. Thanks. There I am. Yeah, that's about Lorraine at 16. This was my book. I went through it yesterday getting pictures out. And I got some really nice frames. I got a few pictures out. I still didn't get none made at Walmart. Long story. I get them. But I find cards, and my wife sent me a card. I think it says peace on it. And I got quite a few cards from her and my sister. And I don't want to cut the other cards to make them fit the frame, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. They kind of, my sister really sent me some pretty nice cards over the years for my birthday. Because I was her only brother. And boy, she loved me right to the end. Yeah, she loved me right to the end. So I got some pretty nice cards. But most of them got holes punched in them for a 3-ring binder. So I might just do that, just keep them in there. Do that. But anyway, I do want to go out and I think I want to eat. I think I want to make a sandwich. Boy, it's nice to be me right now, but it's going to get ugly. I know it's going to get ugly. There ain't no doubt in my mind, There ain't no doubt in my mind. It's going to get ugly. I just know it's going to get ugly. And, but the damn Bible's going to get closed. It's going to get closed for good. There ain't going to be no more of it. Like Jesus wanted to do 2,000 years ago. 2,000, almost 30 years ago. Going to get closed this time. This time it's going to get closed. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Oh, I didn't have to shut this off. But let's see what time is it. Oh, I did buy another clock. So I got a clock in my bedroom. Got a clock in the living room. I got a clock here, and a clock there. And oh, yeah, I got my battery put in. So now I can hit the light and not be afraid of killing the battery. Because in prison I was afraid of killing the battery. And this is kind of a special watch. My sister was still living. And I wanted a Casio. I think I told this, but it might have got erased. Because I lost a lot of videos, hours of videos. And but anyway, I can't stand not to have a watch. In prison, it really drove me crazy not to have a watch. So the battery went dead. On the phone, email, I'm doing something to get a phone, a watch. So I sent him all the information on the Casio. But something came up, I don't know, there was a glitch. And so what he do, he opens up Access and he just finds the most expensive watch they got. It's a Timex. So he buys it. And this is it. It's the Expedition, the good one. But it didn't, I can't see the date in it. And so I don't even mess with it. But it does, it's Indigo. Well, the Expedition, it did have that. But I did want to, but I would never tell him. Now I'm saying it on YouTube. But, I never, but he went and got me the most expensive watch in the catalog. And the Casio was half the price. It was just, Duffy, man. He had a tear in my eye looking through the emails, I got back in the day of the paper. He's quite a guy. I sent him an email. I invited him to come up. It would be nice to spend a couple of days, to have him here for a couple of days. It would really be nice. It ain't like him to go so long without saying something. But anyway. Going to go out and, now I'm going to make me a sandwich. Get my clothes in the dryer. Then I think I'm going to hit the yard. Yeah. I think Jesus approve of me getting that grass because he knows the lawnmower don't like tall grass. And it's at that point now. It's really cut good with the where it is right now. Yeah. Oh, I did buy some English daisies. I think I said that already. I might plant them today. That'll rain come tomorrow to make it good. But anyway, people, everybody, you too, Ashley. She's a busy woman, though. She might not be watching any of this. But never know with her. Never know. I do know I'm going to clean up my mouth, my potty mouth. I am going to do that. And I ain't going to smoke on here. And that's Kids don't need to see that or hear it. But it's all getting good. It's getting good. It's getting good. Boy, I love CB. I love this thing. I do. But then I love my phone too. I love my phone. I use the GPS. It's amazing. And now I pretty much got the route in my head because I went that same route to get to Amherst. And I went instead. I had made a turn instead of going straight, and that's where Walmart is. I didn't know that. I would have stopped. But anyway, when I got home, it did it. It does it all the time, but it didn't used to. But now say welcome home when you get here, because when I used it for walking, it even said welcome home when I walked. But I love the phone. I do. It's so incredible to me. Anyway, I'll be back. Hey, well, had a call from Mike. He called. He talked for about 45 minutes or so. I think 46 minutes if the phone's right. Always nice to talk to him. Got an email from OBG, so I'm going to get out and I put the mower out, so all I got to do is go out and push it now. And get the yard mowed. It was 80 here a little while ago. I think it's warmer now. Had a nice sandwich. So I'll get back to y'all. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. A wow day, a wow day. Yeah, it's 82 now. It is beautiful. I'll catch up with you. Yep. Just don't have the gas for it. I run out of gas fast. But I got it done. Got it done. Yes, I got it done. $82 the last they said. That's a beautiful day. That's a beautiful day. I don't know. Quarter to 5. Maybe I'll call it a day on this here. I don't feel like telling the story of June 6, 74. I gotta tell that story. I forget how I used to word. I got beyond the bliss of lost agony. I said something like that one time. It was quite a day. Yeah, it was quite a day. You don't see much of that like that these days. No, I guess now they just beat you, stand on your neck and kill you. They're not. Well, you say he was standing on his neck. Just thinking of Mike. He's not fascinated with them 5 and 6 year olds like I am. He thinks it's terrible that they're learning about everything. I don't. I think it's really cool. And sure, they can still go bowling. That's what the 7th day is for. Rest. Or half a day Saturday and half a day Sunday. That's when they can go play their little games. But But I think kids should be taught how to shoot guns too, young. Know the danger of them. Know how they work. But it's all come out in the wash. Got a glass of. I'm so glad I got them ice cube trays, even though I'm only using one. I just had an RC on ice. It's good. Then I filled it up with water, and I drank a little of it. That's good. So blessed. So blessed. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to shoot this out. And, oh, I can't say her name, but she died yesterday. 89 years old. That's a pretty good life. I'm saying I'm supposed to live to 88. I don't know. I'm just going by the numbers. Oh, wow. Got the battery down extremely low. It eats up batteries, and I forgot to. 14%. I thought it was lower than that. It went down to 1% the other day. It really eats up the batteries on the video, even paused. Well, tempted to go out and look for some garage sales. Seen one yesterday, but I didn't stop. I was kind of anxious to get to Walmart. I got the picture now that I wanted yesterday. I got it on there now. The one I want to make a 8x10 of. Yeah, I like that picture. I have a lot of trouble with that picture. It keeps popping. I don't know. I goofed it up so much. But I got it now. Wonder how my nicked myself today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. This didn't turn out to be a good getting into church or fellowship. Kind of anxious to go to the park, get more than one face in here. Yeah. Yeah. They'll know more about it than me. They probably can teach me some tricks. But oh, yeah, everybody. Hope Lori Bohattie's having a beautiful day. Ashley Berger. I hope she's having a beautiful day. G-Mac. I hope you're having a beautiful day. OBG, sound like you already haven't heard from you. Yeah. Forget what you called it. That brunch you had sounded really good. Hot rodders, did you hear that? Just had a couple four-wheelers go up and down. They look like fun. I don't know if I want to go for a ride or not. Kind of tired. That yard works me. That lawnmower. But I like the look of it now. Yeah, it's all good. I'm thinking about Teresa and Robin, and I'm even thinking about Heather. She even pops into my head every now and then. Heather Powell Myers, Dr. Robin Schaefer, Teresa Mormon Jameson. Yeah, I think about them. Really want to get a hold of the director. I really want to get her attention. I think that's what I'm going to do this week. Figure out a way of getting her attention. Because my videos are getting pretty good. Anybody can listen to them now. You know, I'm not doing nothing bad, vulgar, disgusting, all that stuff, all the above, which is good. Mike said he watched one. I should ask him which one he watched. But I've been having it together the last few videos. I think the last three. I'm going to check. I do feel like sitting down, relaxing on my couch, kick my feet up. What is it? It's almost 5. I got a couple things done today. I don't know, sometimes it bings and I don't know why. I guess it's, let me, yeah, I got 77 WhatsApp. I don't do much on there, once in a while. Got a couple new ones. See, I used to have different things that I'd want them girls to do. And I don't know if I think there was all, I don't know, some scam for $20. $20 is quite a bit of money. You can get quite a few things for $20. A little gas in your car and the pizza. Well, I'm gonna, I don't know. If I make one later, maybe. I think I'm just going to get out of here now. Everybody's out hot rodding, tearing up the highway. I used to do that. Well, they got hotter, faster cars now. Little 4 cylinders doing what 8 cylinders used to do. Well, all the bite-sized protesters I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's all gonna be good. I think I goofed up. I was trying to upload this and it wouldn't get past 99. I had it on pause instead of closed. Wow. I'm gonna try to upload it now. Y'all have a good evening. I've been about 5 hours playing with this stupid thing, and I'm the stupid one. Wow. I love y'all.